Hello, hockey fans. Austin here, and the Four Nations Cup is here. We're all very excited for that. My apologies for a scratchy voice. I'm a little under the weather. And how are we feeling about the Four Nations? Are we excited right now? Like, did you wake up this morning and you looked at your calendar and you had that Four Nations date circled for Canada and Sweden? I want you to be honest with me. How excited are we? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I am so invested in this tournament that I thought these two teams played yesterday. If you follow me on Twitter or X.com, I put out a poll yesterday. I was like, hey, who's winning tonight? And everyone was commenting, and they're like, they don't play till tomorrow. And I was like, that makes sense. That shows how much I'm excited for this whole event. Of course, I sound a little cynical about the whole thing, but until I actually see the puck drop, until I see how these players play against each other, I'll try not to be too harsh. However, in today's video, I'll be going over the lineup combinations and then, of course, my own score prediction. So please, just like, my regular Oilers viewers, I like to know who your player to watch is going to be, and I also like to know the score prediction. So leave all of that in the comment section below. I do read every comment. I'm excited to see what you all think heading into tonight's matchup between Team Canada and Team Sweden. Let's get into the projected lineup. For Team Canada, top line, Sam Reinhart with Connor McDavid and Mitch Marner. Now, that line is pretty nasty when it comes to being able to have puck possession and generate scoring chances. McDavid and Marner, I think, are going to work really, really well together. I'm excited to see those two next to each other and see what they can get done. And who knows, Marner's a pending UFA at the end of the season. Maybe McDavid convinces him to come on over to Edmonton this summer. And obviously, I'm kidding. That's not going to happen. The Oilers would not have the money for that. It's fun to think about, though. Second line, you'll have Crosby with MacKinnon and Stone. That is going to be your speed and grind line. Obviously, MacKinnon with the speed, but Stone and Crosby, they're good in the corners, good on their feet, can really work the puck out and find MacKinnon in open areas. So that'll be an interesting line to watch. Third line, you have Marchand with Braden Point and Seth Jarvis. Again, that's another line where they're not very big, but that line is going to be fast. They're going to be in on the forecheck. Lots of skill, lots of scoring talent on that line. And then your fourth line, Brandon Hagel, Anthony Cirelli, Travis Konechny with Jarvis as the extra. I don't know why I have Jarvis listed here 4 times. That is clearly wrong. Jarvis is in the lineup. I'm just going to get rid of him. Jarvis just multiplied on my screen for some reason. On the defensive side, we have Devin Tays with Cale Makar, who play together in Colorado regularly, and they are phenomenal. One of the best pairs, if not the best pair in the entire NHL. You'll have Morrissey with Parayko, Theodore with Doughty, and Sanheim is your extra D-man. In goal, we are projecting Jordan Binnington to get the start. He will be backed up by Adin Hill. When it comes to the defensive core and the goaltending for Team Canada, that is their biggest weak link, in my opinion, unless you're playing Taves and Makar 30, 35 minutes each. I just don't like the idea of like a Theodore Doughty pairing going up against an Austin Matthews, going up against some of these really good players throughout this tournament. So we'll have to see how they do. Obviously, we'll see if the coaching staff has found a way to get a good system in place in 2 days of prep, and if Canada can execute. Heading over to Team Sweden side now for forwards. Forsberg, Pettersson, and Kempe are going to be on their top line. Raquel, Zibanejad, Nylander on their second line. Bratt, Eriksson, Ek, and Raymond on their third line. Arvidsson, Lindholm, and Nyquist on the fourth line. And then Karlsson looks like he is the extra forward. On defense, you have Hedman with Brodin, Ekholm with Karlsson, Forsling with Dahlin, and then Anderson as the extra. In goal, you have Filip Gustavsson from the Minnesota Wild, who has had a phenomenal season for Minnesota. And you also have Linus Ullmark, who will be backing them up. Oh my God, I cannot speak today. So those are the lineups, projected lineups, that is, for Team Canada versus Team Sweden. Now let's get into the game date predictions. Normally, if you're someone that tunes in regularly, I do have stats for 2 different teams. I go through the advanced analytics, their power play percentage, all that sort of stuff. I don't have access to any of that because these teams have not played each other yet. So this is just me telling you guys who has the edge in what category, and then the players to watch, and then my score prediction. So for forwards, I give the edge to Team Canada. Obviously, for defensemen, I give the edge to Team Sweden. For special teams, I'm going Team Canada. That top unit power play for Team Canada is just going to be outrageous. Like it's going to be stupid how good that power play should be for Team Canada, at least on paper. And then goaltending, I do give the edge to Sweden. My players to watch are going to be Connor McDavid and Mattias Ekholm, the two Oilers. Of course, why would I not pick those two players as my players to watch? And my score prediction, big drum roll, I'm going to go 5-4 Sweden in overtime. Boo, Austin sucks. He's voting against his own team. Boo. Listen, I'm not voting against my own team on purpose. I just am not sure how the game's going to play. On paper, Canada should win, but these are, short-term tournaments, small sample sizes. You never know who comes out on top. You don't know if you have a goalie that runs hot, and it could go the other way. You could have Jordan Binnington absolutely just run the show for Team Canada. He could get a shutout tonight, and everyone's laughing, and we're going, wow, I can't believe we were ever concerned about Team Canada's goaltending. At the end of the day, this is a global event. It's not the type of global event that I would prefer to watch, but I will check it out. I will see what it's like. I will do a post-game reaction video after the game tonight with more of my thoughts, because I think after tonight we'll get a real good idea how these teams are going to play each other, if it's going to be 100% and aggressive, or if it's going to be a feeling out process, trying not to get hurt, maybe just throwing some muffins towards the goals. You might have some high-scoring games too, depending on how much everyone is trying. If it feels like a glorified all-star game, if this game tonight ends up like 8-5 for Canada or Sweden, then I'm going to have a pretty sneaky suspicion that not everyone is totally invested in this type of tournament. I still would prefer the Olympics. I hope they're in the Olympics next year, but I'm not completely writing this tournament off yet until I see how they play. All the players are saying the right things to the media too. All the players who have done their media availabilities, they all say how excited they are. Brad Marchand talking about how he would be happy to just fill water bottles to be part of this experience with this team. So I think for a lot of the players, it does sound like there's excitement. It does sound like that this is going to be something that they are going to take seriously. But just as a fan, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for me to get invested in this. I didn't really like the World Cup of Hockey in 2016 because I thought it was a little too gimmicky. And then this one, the only reason why I think it's gimmicky is because you only have 4 teams instead of 6 or 8 for a true best-on-best global tournament. So that is just my opinion on the whole thing. You don't have to agree with it. You can smash the dislike button. You can yell at me. It's all good. At the end of the day, we still get some hockey to watch. Oilers fans, we still get a few Oilers to watch, so hopefully none of the players get hurt. That is like the most important thing right now. Hopefully nobody gets hurt in this tournament, because coming out of the tournament, it is that grind to the trade deadline, and then it's your final push to the playoffs. So hoping and praying to the hockey gods that everyone remains safe at this tournament and that there are no major injuries. If you enjoyed today's pregame report, make sure to smash the like button. And if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I will have Four Nations content all throughout the event. Whether I'm enjoying it or not, I will still create the content for you. We'll have some fun with it. And I hope you also have fun with it as well. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, your support means the world to me. Make sure you tell someone that you love them before the game tonight. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go, Canada.